Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I was thinking, we haven't talked about our houses, your insurance, our kids.
What do you need to know, and who should we ask?
I wish we knew some experts. We're buying a home with the money I had from my last marriage. Should I put the house in both mine and my husband's name, or just my name?
We can certainly help you with that question. My name's Denise Ruiz. I'm with Team Wilson and Century 21 Premier, and we do recommend that you keep your assets prior to going into the marriage separate from anything that you do after the marriage. You need to protect yourselves, though, because in the state of Tennessee, the spouse still has marital rights to a property whether or not they are on the mortgage or not. So you need to speak to a legal professional about that and how to protect your assets.
My husband has a son by another woman. How do I protect my assets from his child support?
I'm Donna Green with Green Family Law Office, and I'm a divorce lawyer. And let me answer that question in two parts. As for your child support, your husband's child support going forward, your assets, your income is not factored into that calculation. Only his income will be considered when determining what his child support payments are. But where you do need to be cautious is where you have assets if your husband has an arrearage or a past due amount of child support. A court can give a judgment against your husband, and they can attach that judgment to any property that is in both of your names.
Who should I put on my insurance as my benefactor?
Hello again, I'm Jerry Maynard with New York Life, and the question is, who should I put on as my beneficiary? And that's an important question. Life insurance, when set up correctly, is the one insurance product that's guaranteed to pay. So when you're setting up your beneficiaries, you want to make sure you set up the correct person that's going to do exactly what you want it to do, that you design that policy. So depending on your income, you may want to have a trust set up, or if it's an individual, you want to do everything you can to avoid probate court, set the beneficiaries up, and then you need to think of a contingency. What happens if I outlive the beneficiary? Who is the next person it goes to, and are they going to carry out my wishes with that money that I've set up as life insurance?
What if we each have a retirement planner before we're married? Should we drop one?
What a great question that was. Again, Judd Pyatt, work with New York Life. I'm a financial services professional. And as far as, if you both are getting married and it looks like you have two different financial folks that you work with, maybe both of you go interview both of them and see which one you like best. Or if you decide to continue on and use both of them, make sure that both of them are coordinating what each one of you are trying to do. Because with whatever your goals and objectives are for later on in life, you want to make sure they're matching up on both sides of it. And again, you want to use someone that's strong and that's been in the business that can use a good company like New York Life. So you might want to consider them as well.
How do we blend his and my children so that everyone is happy?
Hi, I'm Carrie Valdez. I'm a licensed clinical social worker and a Love and Logic parent trainer. And it is very difficult to blend families. So the first thing you need to do is to be patient. Initially, you should spend lots of time together. The families and groups should be together so that you can learn each other's different parenting style. So he can learn how you do it, and then you can try to blend your parenting styles together. The other thing is that for the most part, you are supposed to discipline and parent your own biological child. And your husband should also discipline and parent his own biological children. And then what would happen is you would then be a supporter of the things that are going on with your husband, right? You're also going to be setting up normal boundaries between an adult and a child in your house, normal healthy boundaries for them, because you are still seen as an authority figure in the house, and you are an adult in the house, and you should be respected that way. But remember to keep in mind that the kids are having a hard time with this too. They didn't get a choice in whether they're part of a new family or that they have new family members. So being patient and taking lots of care to blend it on a slow basis where everyone maintains their roles without stepping on anyone's toes.
Should we sign up for our credit together or keep our financials separate?
G'day, I'm Dr. Friday, and this is a really great question because a lot of times people don't think about, you got his and hers. Should we be merging our assets? Should we not be? Should we be in joint bank accounts? Should we get separate ones? And again, all this is going to affect what? Your credit.
That's right. And you know, one of the questions you really want to do before you get married, if possible, is find out what the credit of the other person is. Don't be surprised when you go and buy something and they find out they've got a 400 score and you're sitting there going, great, they're not going to be able to do anything. It's going to cause an argument, a reason for divorce, because every time we do something, we're going to fight and then we're going to divorce, right? So we want to make sure we can delay that, if nothing else. I'm not going to say it's going to completely stop it, but you want to know this information before you get married. Find out credit scores. Find out how much where their finances are. You don't have to be too personal, I suppose, but personally, you're marrying this person. You're going to know everything about them. Find out if their credit is good now before you marry them so you can make adjustments. That way you already know what you're getting into.